Hi, Lee Phillips here. I'm getting a little casual these days, but hey, I'm a lawyer and that I'm actually a United States Supreme Court counselor. So, any rate, what I want to talk about is using your small business as a tax shelter. What you've got to understand is there's very little you can do to actually lower your taxes. We talk about in accounting what we call above the line and below the line accounting. The line is the adjusted gross income line. It used to be the bottom line of page 1 of your 1040 form before Donald Trump screwed around with the tax forms themselves. But it's still the adjusted gross income line. Anything above the AGI line either adds to or subtracts from your adjusted gross income. Chokes me all up. And your AGI is the magic number. It determines what your tax rates are. And well, not really, but basically yes. And whether you get your deductions and your exemptions and whether the AMT kicks in and alternative minimum tax and all of this stuff. Anyway, it's the magic number. So what we need to do is get your AGI down as much as we can. The only thing you can do as an individual to get your AGI down is basically contribute to a standard IRA. Not a Roth, standard. And if you're a teacher, you can buy supplies on the third Sunday of the fourth month if there's a full moon and a bunch of stuff like that. But you can't do anything. Bottom line. Your little business is a tax shelter because it comes in above the line. And you can do things with your little business that you can't do as an individual. We can deduct cell phones and computers and travel and all kinds of things that you can't do as an individual. So your little business is a big deal. The problem is you've never had your accountant come in and put his arm around you and say, we need to teach you how to use your little business as a tax shelter. If you use it properly, it will give you a tax advantage that might be even bigger than your profit advantage. So you need to plan every day of the year. How do I get my tax transaction so that it actually makes a difference? Or how do I do this transaction so that it makes a difference on my taxes at the end of the year? And you've just got to start thinking like that. But using your little business as a tax shelter can be huge. Somehow people who are little business people kind of tend to do better financially sometimes. Yes, the business can fail, but even if the business is just moderate, if you use the business as a tax shelter, it will give you a lot more money. And if it's a great business and you use your business as a tax shelter, you can make a lot more money. I actually went out on the internet years ago to see how people could lower their adjusted gross income, and there's nothing out there on it. And so I started to think about it, and I've actually written a book called The Advanced Tax Tactics, which gives you 10 ways to lower your AGI. And I'm not talking $1,000 or $2,000. I want to lower it $25,000, $50,000, $100,000. And you can do that if you actually learn to use your little business as a tax shelter. This is Lee Phillips. Don't forget to subscribe and look into the advanced tax tactics. But this concept of designing your tax numbers all year long so that you give the accountant dude his numbers at the end of the year and you get a great tax result. This concept is something that needs to be ingrained in you and taught to you. We have tax summits every once in a while where my you can't call him a business partner because lawyers and accountants can't mix. But the guy that I work with, he's a former IRS agent, special auditor, and he's really good at taxes. So we sit down and discuss how to use your little business as a tax shelter for a couple of hours, and it's well worth your time. Lee Phillips here. Use your business as a tax shelter.